What do you think of the fans that are quick to shift the blame back to Kenny, Skies, and Pred? I think that they are a little bit misguided. I think that the ability to blame someone for something that happened is I don't know, man. Like people get bored, I guess. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, of course, and sometimes they just feel as though because they have that thought that is the truth. You know what I'm saying? Perception is truth. And if they believe strong enough, that becomes their reality, and they become so intertwined with that belief that they just stand on business the entire way through, whether they even in times of doubt, where they're like, well, then, like, if somebody says, you know, the reason that this happened is because of this, and then they believe it so hard that even when somebody on the inside tells them that's not the case, they're still going to stand on business and say, yes, it is. And they're just going to argue against somebody who's on the inside. Says, what did you think of Merk's performance this weekend? Well, I'm happy. Obviously, like you can tell that there's something special going on right there. And we shall see. Hopefully he continues to push through. Hopefully he continues to push through the, you know, the thing is this, man, and you guys don't see this, but like you sort of change no matter what, right? I mean, obviously growing up and developing, your brain developing. I just read somewhere that men don't mature until 43 years old, or emotionally mature until 43. I'm 45. I don't think I'm still all the way there. But yeah, the problem is trying to find a reason to find slumps. Unfortunately, there will always be a downfall after success at one point or another. But just how can you get through it and get back to greatness? Well, what I will say, Merk has brought some excitement through the organization. I agree with that, man. A breath of fresh air is always welcome. I'm just glad. I'm just glad that we were fucking able to pull that through, man. Look, by no means are we gonna sit here and guarantee that there's gonna be nothing but success going forward. This still is a brand new team, and talent can only get you so far. You ask any professional player or anybody that has played professionally, they're going to tell you that at that level, everybody pretty much shoots the same, and maybe here and there's an outlier that just shoots a little bit better on a certain server, on a certain map, and that's just because of the comfortability that they have within themselves to just perform. But it's the knowledge of the game that's truly going to set you apart. The decision-making in-game, live, in the moment, is going to be what's up. Okay, so hopefully he continues this very, very, very hot lava of a start and continues to go. Listen, I'm here for the ride, man. I'm here, front row and center, popcorn out, fucking 40-liter soda with a big twirly. How do you feel about that? Kenny was playing on a messed up PC for 2 years. Karma said, bro, if that is the reason, bro, I'm gonna be fucking fuming. It is broken. It is broken. Like, we can't use that anymore, and we're still using the same PCs. But I would feel really, really bad for Kenny. I just don't. That was never brought up, but to me at least. He's been fighting challenges for months. Top Slayer rating for 3 months straight. Merk is literally him. Well, the reason that I had that jersey on my back is because when I came in, I just threw it on my chair, and I was supposed to fold it and put it away safely. When you guys got Merk, did you guys think he could be this good? Yeah. I mean, that's the reason why we made the change. Listen, I was willing to try everything in my power to do something. You gotta take this into consideration, okay? And people get really, really, really mad at this, right? So they'll get mad at the fact that we don't make team changes, and they'll get mad at the fact that we make team changes. So you're never gonna please everybody at all, or everybody at once. So my contention on that is, what is the best possible move that we can make right here and right now? When we picked up Caesar, instead of Illy, or instead of Formal, or instead of Seth, and again, you know, I always throw Formal in there just because he is Formal. I always throw Seth in there just because he is the scumper jumper, and it would be fun, and the crowd would go nuts. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been scenes. I'm just trying to get a conversation started in their heads so that they can get to a realization or an epiphany or something that tells them, hey, you know what? It is time to make a team change. And I tell you what, whether it was Caesar, whether it was Illy, whether it was whoever it was, it still would have been a work in progress. And we were still gonna be trying. And whether it worked out or it didn't work out, we weren't just gonna say, all right, you know what, guys, we don't know what to do, so we're quitting the CDL. It oftentimes felt as though like that was one of the options, you know, for some of the people talking shit. And to be fair, like 95% of the time that I was getting shit talked on Twitter about the decisions, it was somebody that didn't even follow me or follow any of my friends, or sometimes there was just fucking crypto people in there fucking just talking shit, and they don't follow no Call of Duty people. So when you look at those people making those comments, and you look at that judgment coming from them, you kind of have to put yourself in a position to say, who the fuck are they? You know, now it's really easy for me and I hope the rest of my team to just discard comments that don't make sense. And it's not their fault either. They're operating with limited information and mental capacity, if I'm being honest, in some cases. So anyway, success comes from making tough decisions for what's better for business. Yeah, look, listen, last thing I was thinking about was fucking business. The last thing I was thinking about was fucking business. Nobody fucking likes to lose. Breaking Point posted an article about YouTube deal finishing the end of the season so it could signal the return to Twitch. I don't think it's necessarily means anything right now. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. There's a lot of things that I'm looking to get answers on in regards to that particular deal. But yeah, I mean, hopefully. All right, here we go. Attaboy, Maven, look at that dump truck. Want to kick it. Bow. The Call of Duty League signed an exclusive deal with YouTube 2 years ago, and it seems that this agreement will conclude at the end of the current season. Since the CDL's inception, it has primarily been on YouTube for 5 out of its 6 seasons. Only during the Modern Warfare 2 season did it stream on both platforms. Initially, it appeared that the league would not reach an agreement for rights moving into Modern Warfare 3. However, just weeks before the season started, they managed to strike a deal with YouTube. This agreement is expected to expire after the season. This photo was provided by the Call of Duty League. Viewership for watch parties often see significantly higher numbers on Twitch. While fans appreciate the viewing experience on YouTube, I will say that I will give YouTube that. I will specifically give my man Ryan Fwizzy F Baby Wyatt props for creating or leading the charge for YouTube live gaming. That guy did so much for Call of Duty in the early days, from casting to managing our esports team, to being one of our creators, to being a host, to then heading and being the head of gaming at YouTube. We do have a better viewing experience. That's a fact. And I don't know, is it the rewind? Is it the rewind? What do you guys, in your opinion, is that makes, what is it? Less ads? Come on. Listen, you do understand that the reason that any of this goes around is because of those ads, right? Like these advertisements, these advertisements, you see them here. Like this and us, like if every single one of you open this up, then this here, these ads from Honda help pay Breaking Point. They help Breaking Point pay their editors, their website people, their developers, that. Okay, so it's important, especially in this day and age, right? Maybe the ads aren't as sophisticatedly ran as you would on a tradition. Let me get through this. The ideal scenario would probably be to stream on both platforms, but financial considerations would like to take precedence on the CDL partnership has benefited. All right, let me read this part. The partnership has benefited the teams in the league greatly this season, allowing teams to reach healthy financial state and have a steady income stream. If they successfully negotiate a new deal with YouTube, they will likely continue their partnership. Well, let's go. Let's do this. Let's carry on. I personally don't mind it being streamed on both platforms. I don't see why. I mean, I'm not streaming on both platforms now. I was supposed to stream on both platforms last week. I was supposed to start doing it this week. Look at this. Look at this. Can somebody look at this? Hey, Miss Gracie, how are you? That's my man right here. This is my man's right here. This is Haley Haig, his wife. All right, here we go. Ready? Play.
Monsters in the closet won't let you sleep at night. I chase them right on out, make it all alright.
Yo, I was telling him, doesn't this just look like a lightning bolt right here on his neck from a distance? When you pull up, it says, hey. Hey, family show. Is that not beautiful? To the Haigs. Crazy we up with this. Crazy we grew up with this guy watching him. W family indeed, man. What a I ran into her Saturday morning. My dad was on his my dad came to pick me up. But as I was going as I got out of the house and was like going towards the street, I saw Haley and Gracie coming on, this way. And I'm like, hey, good morning. I stopped, chatted for just like literally maybe 30 seconds. Anyway, I said, I'm like, oh, just let me know if nature's not helping you around the house. I'm gonna go over there and fucking choke his ass. But we all know he ain't helping shit. We all know that, chat. We all know that.